All right, so good morning. Land of opportunities and young people with great passion and beautiful smile. I'm always glad to be here. I always make sure to put that event in my calendar every year. The first time I came here, 2016, and on that year, I said that broadband and digital service are the two wings for Africa to kick off and fly for digital economies and stuff like that. And I think Africa has done great. So what is it that we need to add today from broadband and digital services? I think we need to keep those broadband and digital services, but we need to add two aspects. And these two aspects are intelligent connectivity and transformation. So I just want you to take 1 second and look around you. You will see that in your daily life, in all of the companies' financial reports, in all of the countries' national plans, in all of the universities, people around you, your daily life, everything is centered around transformation, inspired by intelligence, and built on a concrete, solid layer of connectivity. And that's what I wanted to talk about today is, well, first we need to agree on the targets. You can consider this slide as an executive summary, and I think we don't have to go over the next 5 slides. So basically, we need to agree that this era is marked by transformation in where? Transformation, society, industry, technology, economy. Number 2, it's marked by sustainability and green, and I'll tell you later that energy consumption in Africa is eating half of the OPEX for mobile operator, just to get that data point. Number 3, it is also marked by great advanced technology, 5G advanced AI, and cloud. Now, this is a golden opportunity for people to be happier, healthier, wealthier, safer, and for organization to be more productive and having better efficiency and growth. And of course, at the end of the day, for countries to have prosperous economy and the lead in not only in the ICT map, but also lead politically. The country that do not have digital future will not have any future. I think that's the bottom line. Now, if you look at those gears, you will see that it's about transformation is about doing more or less for less or doing it better, cost down, revenue up, efficiency up, but also the emission need to be down. So in Huawei, we champion all of those meanings. So now, looking from bottom up on that slide, you will see that there are 2 revolutions. One of them is energy, and the other one is information revolution. They are both feeding into intelligent world or industrial revolution, which is the foundation for digital economy. Now, the digital economy has 2 aspects or 2 parts. The first part, which is ICT industrialization. This is actually, you think about it as our legacy business, ICT itself as an industry. That's not the long-term vision. The long-term vision to your left is industries, digitalization. This is what matters. This is the big elephant in the room. So how can we lead as a country, as a continent, as the world? How can we lead in this industry's digitalization? 4 things. You can memorize them by the word, spells the word site. Services, infrastructure, talent, and environment or ecosystem. We have to know our national service need, and we have to build the infrastructure, no matter digital or physical. Talents is the foundation for prosperity. And in Huawei, we pay a lot of attention to talent. And of course, ecosystem, terminals, environment, policy, regulations, favorable business environment is key. Now, I'm sure the Minister Malatsi and the other speakers, they talked about the challenges that we have in Africa and how half of the connections or half of the terminals, even for mobility business in the southern Sahara Africa, is not smartphones. It's only 2G, 3G terminals or feature phones. And we cannot, I think what we need to do is to get that remarkable device, the smartphone, to every hand for every African people. I think that will mean a lot. Another data point in Africa, another challenge, I think more than 300 million people living 50 kilometers or more from the closest fiber connectivity. So imagine if you are 50 kilometers or more, that's not a good sign. That's why the home broadband in Africa really need a big boost, and the mobility will do and is playing a major role in connecting homes in Africa. So if you really talk about connecting more or closing the digital divide, the gap in Africa, you should also talk more about having better connectivity for those who are connected. And when we talk about better connectivity, we're not only talking about the speed, we're talking about security, intelligence, latency, convenience, value, all pillars of connectivity that need to be there. Now, in previous years, when we talked about connectivity, we all meant the speed and we all meant the fiber or wireless. Guess what? Things have been changing so much in the last year or two, and you cannot just talk about connectivity. You have to talk about compute power. And that's actually the power that is bringing ICT, information and the communication technologies. They are both integrated, working together to provide that digital future and accelerate intelligent Africa. So compute, connectivity are key. You need to get that AI power down to your pocket, to your phone, but also you need to do that in a green fashion, just like what I said earlier. Just for more bits or higher performance or higher speed or more phones or better screen in the smartphone, you cannot do all of that and hurt our planet Earth. So we all need to be against that. And when we talk about performance in Africa, not only we need to talk about sustainability for commercial purpose, but we also need to talk about for social purpose. Because of the beauty in the environment in Africa, those forests and animals and all of those great things that I wanted to come and have like 1 year vacation to see them. Those are really nice. Anyhow, now, what's Huawei's strategy? Well, it's very simple, just like anyone. I guess we don't have a different strategy, different from any of our competitors. We're just focusing not only on what the technology is, but also on what the technology does. And all of those social aspects, the gains that will come from those great advanced technology. So as I said, breadth of connectivity and also the depth of connectivity need to be enhanced. All of those acronyms that you see down there are all key. Of course, 4G has been doing great for the continent. The continent has been working hard from government entities, public-private investment, organizations, operators for sure. They have been really working hard in previous year to have that leap. I was comparing the number yesterday from the first time I stood here on that conference in 2016 to today. It's been tremendous increase. However, I noticed it is linear, and we need to leapfrog in Africa. We need to go beyond that linear growth. We need to leap, because that's what's happening all over the world. It's exponential growth. So we've done great. We need to be better in all of those things on three fronts. Mobility business or mobility connectivity, mobile connectivity, fixed or fiber. Fiber is key, but also in connecting the digital divide. Last but not least, we need to work on getting electricity power supply to all African. I think the latest World Bank statistics said that, I think by 2020, that more than half of the African people do not have consistent or do not have power supply, electricity supply. And that's wrong. That's why in Huawei, we actually had a very great idea we implemented here in Africa, which is solar microgrid. So imagine this village that's about 150 households. In 3 to 6 months, you get that small microgrid in that village. No need for those cost for distribution, transmission. You get up to 30 kilowatt power and about 60 kilowatt hour loads out of this grid. And that's really great. And that's the key element, the foundation for that. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, when we talk about connectivity, we talk about social aspects. Here in South Africa, we're really proud to have the first 5G connected mine in South Africa with our partner MTN and others as well, and that was really great. In Mauritius, we had this, we call it Tech for All, or technology for all, with the government to conserve those coral reefs or forests. And that's a great cause for the technology. And of course, you all know better than me about mobile money, economy, and all of that. It was born actually here in Africa, and Africa is the leader. And Huawei is keeping on transforming all of those connectivity to benefit the world, as I said earlier. Let me double-click more and highlight the green. ICT itself is not part of the sustainability issue. It is actually a solution of that. ICT is responsible only of 2% of the emission. However, if we do it right, it will benefit the whole industries on cutting 10 times of that. So 20% of the global carbon emission can be cut by better usage of ICT. That's how we always say it's green for ICT. Of course, we all need that. We've done a lot of green side, green technology efficiency. But also, if you do ICT right, ICT for green will make sure that we have a green aspect for all industries. My last slide, always, just like any others, there is no other organization, one organization or one operator, or even one government, the government itself. They can do this huge work by themselves. It's all required collaboration. And when I say collaboration, it's real proactive collaboration on one table in an all-win situation. We always say in the US, there's no free lunch, okay? If I collaborate, I need to have a return. So for those collaboration, I wanted to start by non-government organizations, standards, universities, because talents is key. Huawei is laser-focused on talents. We cultivated in the 5 previous years 100,000 talents through academic collaborations, through certifications. And in the next 5 years, we will cultivate 100,000 more. So that's really great because the people who are responsible, these are the entity that's responsible for transformation. And of course, you go around and see the vertical, the industry, they have to have the desire for transformation. Operators need to transform themselves from telco to techco. Vendors like Huawei, we've been transforming for forever. We've been suffering, transforming, changing our skin all over the year. Now we have wider business. Regulators and policy, future-looking policy, spectrum, growth-oriented. This is the only way that we can all collaborate, and Huawei is here in Africa, for Africa. We've been here for more than a quarter of a century. We're really grateful for all of your collaboration, and we wanted even to collaborate more, and let's do it together. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.